Hello together and welcome back to my weekend update on the financial markets. My name is Jens and like every weekend I discuss with you the price action of the S&P 500 index, US oil, gold and Bitcoin. We drop down from the weekly to the daily and the 4-hour time frame so that you know what to do in the markets the days and weeks ahead. Let's start directly with the S&P 500 index at the weekly time frame. Here on the weekly time frame we can see that we're making higher highs, but one thing to mention, we have a divergence in the MACD to price. MACD is making lower highs while price is making higher highs. That means normally that a correction is in front of the door, not immediately at the weekly time frame. It can take a while till that unfolds, but last time we had such a divergence to price was back in 2021, and then it went into a massive correction. I don't expect such a huge correction the following weeks, but definitely a weekly correction, maybe all the way back down to this orange solid uptrend line. Let's drop down to the daily time frame. Here you can see that the daily white solid uptrend is still intact and not broken to the downside. We're making higher highs, higher lows, like an uptrend should look like. And I'm also in a position at the moment. For that, we drop down to the 4-hour time frame, so you can see my trade in more detail. I went long on the S&P 500 index after I have seen a new all-time high here, and the stop loss was below this price gap and the 10-day moving average, but not on the daily at the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, and so far that went so well. At the moment, $115 in profit. If price will surge to the upside and make a new all-time high here, I will probably move my stop loss to my entry level and take the trade risk-free. My take profit area is around 6,200 points in the index, and that would be the point where I will get out with $828 or 0.8% profit in the account balance. And yeah, I could well expect that we will see something like an ABC correction here first. This was A, this was B, and now follows C. C normally lower than point A, and then that we from there on then see the expected move to the upside to the end of this year. Afterwards, I could imagine that we will sooner or later, because of the divergence in the MACD on the weekly, see a break of this daily uptrend line, a retest, and then another break. And in January, February next year, see the retest of this weekly uptrend line. But so far, so bullish. That's it for the S&P 500 index. Let's switch to US oil. With oil, I also start at a weekly time frame where each candle represents 1 week of price action. Here we had a monthly red solid downtrend line that one got broken to the upside. Since then, we are moving inside this weekly consolidation, supported by the 200 moving average until we lost the support and it turned resistance and we went lower, breaking out of this weekly triangle here to the downside and have been continuing that way. Now it seems like the MACD at the weekly wants to cross to the upside. Could be a sign that we will see from there on higher prices and that this year has been the low. Like you can see, price had struggled to get lower here. So it is a support area. From there on, we could expect higher prices. If we drop down to the daily time frame, you can see it in more detail. Here again, the weekly triangle formation breaking out to the downside, making a retest to the middle area of this triangle, and then again lower. From there on, we moved into a daily consolidation here. Also a triangle formation. And now we have seen the breakout to the upside, a small retest, and then another break above this retest to the upside. Like you can see also here, I'm actually at the moment in a trade, slightly in profit, but nothing wild at the moment. If we drop to the 4-hour time frame, you can see my plan in more detail. Here we have this weekly solid, this 4-hour blue solid downtrend line that one got broken to the upside and made from there on an A, B, C correction, and point B got broken already to the upside. Here again, the daily white dotted triangle formation also broken to the upside. I went into the trade after I have seen this breakout. Then we had a retest. So I placed my stop loss below this retest. And then I went long after seeing price above this retest. So at the moment, I expect higher prices for US oil. I think if we get above this daily support and resistance zone here, I would like to move my stop loss to my entry level to take it risk free. Otherwise, I would take profit around 75 US dollars per barrel. And yeah, that would be a nice profit of 2,300 US dollars. Otherwise, if price moves against me and I wasn't able to move my stop loss to my entry level, I would lose 1,190 US dollars or 1.1% of my account balance. Yeah, that's it for US oil. Let's switch to gold. Gold here at the weekly time frame, we can see red solid monthly uptrend, and then we went into a weekly orange solid uptrend line, even steeper. Yeah, we have seen since the break of this often tested resistance zone higher highs and higher lows, and we had here a huge correction, and this looks like the second one. There's the possibility that we will see prices decline till we reach this weekly orange uptrend line again, or the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level, which is a good retracement level if you want finding price support in an intact uptrend, and the pullbacks normally end there and start rising again from this point. Yeah, but it's not that clear. We don't have a divergence at the MACD, but the MACD divergence, the MACD crossed at least to the downside, but price has a hard time really getting lower. If we switch to the daily time frame, you can see the daily white uptrend line. That one got broken to the downside. We also had there the daily price divergence to the MACD. And then we have seen the break, wave B, and then I was expecting wave C to the downside, at least here to this support area. We haven't seen that. Price was moving sideways here and then went even higher. If we drop to the 4-hour time frame, you can see it in more detail. Here we was taking out, not much, but we was taking out point B here. And normally this doesn't happen if this pattern should be occurring, or that would be the pattern that we will see here. So my plan is not longer to short gold if we see price getting below here this support zone. At the moment it's a little bit indecisive. That could be overall a bullish sign for gold, that even if we have a corrective movement, that this market participants are not willing to sell their gold positions. So I would think more about long trades if we see the break again to the upside, retest and break of this retest. That could look like the following. We see a break of this 4-hour support and resistance zone here, a retest, and then the break of the retest to the upside, and that would be maybe an entry level where you can think about long trades and place the stop loss below the retest. Yeah, that's my plan for gold. If we see gold fall lower, then my next plan would be to wait till we hit here this support area or even the weekly uptrend line, and from there on look for a change in trend from lower highs and lower lows to higher highs and higher lows, and then getting long again in the market. Yeah, that's it for gold. Let's switch to Bitcoin against the US dollar. Here you can see Bitcoin at the weekly time frame. We have seen a nice rally after a long time of consolidation sideways and slightly to the downside. And after we have seen a break here, price skyrocketed to the upside. I am at the moment massively in profit with my last part of the trade I initially opened here. 2/3 of the positions are already sold on the way up, and that's the last one that has to end in my take profit. If we drop to the daily time frame, you can see this long-lasting sideways consolidation here in this price channel. We have seen a breakout, a retest, and then taking out this retest to the upside, and then it went straight to the upside. The stop loss was initially below this retest, the entry after we have seen the break above this retest, and then only long up. Here you can see in green, take profit 1, they are sold 1/3 of my position. Here take profit 2, they are sold the second part of my position, and now I'm waiting that we will finally reach 104,000 US dollars. My trade was taken out last week, slightly not. Maybe 1 cent was missing before my take profit got triggered, but I think the next week ahead is likely that we will see here my take profit getting hit, because here the MACD is also looking like it wants to cross to the upside, and that would normally mean rising prices again. Like I said in my last update, I would expect Bitcoin has the possibility to rise up to 110,000 US dollars this year, and afterwards we will see a huge correction. I play it a little bit more conservative. I was taking my plan, and my plan was to take these 3 take profits, and I will also take my take profit at the 104,000 US dollar level, even if I think that there's potentially more upside to come this year. But I will play it safe and get this $4,000 or 4% into my account balance and save it. Yeah. If we see falling prices and we will not reach my take profit, even if it's not much, I will stay in this position. My position is secured, so my stop loss was moved to my entry level, so I can't lose anything on this trade. And I don't expect that we will see, even with a correction, the price will come all the way back down to my entry level. Yeah, I was expecting, I can drop to the 4-hour time frame, you'll see it better. I don't know, I have it only at a daily. Pardon. Here you had an ABC correction I was expecting, but it was just a sideways consolidation, and then price was taking out the last high. So this pattern here is gone and not valid anymore. It hasn't happened. And yeah, maybe we'll see the rise to 110,000 US dollars or whatever before we then see the huge correction coming, probably beginning next year or end of January. I don't know. We will see. I take my take profit, and from then on we look out for new opportunities, long or short, it depends, but I will update you like every weekend on my YouTube channel, so subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Yeah, that's it also for Bitcoin. Have a great week in front of you, and we will hear and see us next time. Bye bye.